This is the video game A Train 9, which is a rail simulator. It's a transport game and city builder. I first saw this, maybe it was A Train 6 or A Train 7. It was a long time ago. And I played the game. And basically, what you do is it has some cities that are kind of pre built for you. Some of them are bigger, some are very small. And what you do is you manufacture building materials, and you also lay track down for your trains to run on. So you manufacture the building materials in one town or city, and then you bring them to the train terminal. You load them onto a cargo train. The train follows a track that you create that goes to another city or town. And then when it gets there, it unloads all the materials. And then you have a building site. And the building site is where you're going to build, like an office building or something like that, or a store. And then there were trucks that would transport the materials to the building site. And in the version that I played, you had to lay a little route. The roads are already there, but you would put the direction that the trucks would take from the terminal to the building and then back. And there were no instructions on how to do it because it was an online game. In the old days, games used to come with instructions on a piece of paper. So there were no instructions, and it took a long time to figure out how to get the trucks to transport the materials. It was very painful because they were driving all over the place. I had no idea how the system worked. And eventually I got to the point where I was able to transport materials, and it would put it on a job site, and it would build a building. And I remember it took a long time to get to the point where I was finally building something. And the graphics were a little bit annoying because it was using a night mode. This is obviously a daytime mode, but I didn't like the way the lighting was done. I do like the way the tracks are highlighted. For example, what you just saw where it was highlighted in yellow. It was very clear. And laying the tracks, it's very easy. It's not like there's a lot of options. You're connecting one city to another. It doesn't take a lot of decision making to decide how you're going to lay the track down. In terms of the building sites, you get to choose a building site. Obviously, you're going to choose one that's close to the terminal. Everyone's probably going to choose the same building site. And once the trains start transporting materials, I seem to remember you had to schedule them perfectly in order to get the materials to arrive smoothly. So right now, the reason why I'm looking at it again is because it's like 50% off. This is an expensive game. It's around $60, and I think it's selling for $24 right now. This is April 2023. I also noticed that there's a previous version of A Train that's selling for like $5. So it's an expensive game, but you could buy the previous version really cheap and maybe kind of get a feel for it, play it for a week or so, and decide if you like it. So the new version has a lot of trains. I believe they're up to 200 different trains. I don't know if it's 200 different types of trains or if you can run 200 trains. It wasn't clear. It just said that they expanded it to 200 trains. I did like playing the game. There's other games that you can play that are similar, like Cities in Motion 2, Sim City, Cities XL. I'm going to tell you that of all the games I played, the most joy I got was Cities in Motion 2. I highly recommend it. There's a lot of different transportation options. It's not cargo, it's passenger. And there's custom maps, and there's hundreds of maps of real cities that people have contributed. The only issue I have is that my computer can't handle the super large maps once they start to grow. And the Steam version has a bug in it, which was never patched. However, there is a patched version, and what the bug does is it causes a traffic jam, and then you got to reset in order to get it going again. So I like the game. I don't know if it's worth $50. My advice: I played like Train Fever and Transport Fever and Transport Tycoon and Industry Giant. I've played them all. except for the Open TTD I didn't play. And I like Sid Meier's Railroads. This is more for, I would guess, an advanced player. I don't think a beginner player should start out with this game. It's not that complex, but my advice is check out the other games before you consider spending 60, 50 or $60 on this one. I've read other people say that they bought it on a discount, so look for those discounts. They usually occur around Christmas time, New Year's, July 4th, etc. On the holidays is usually when they do sales. Okay, so that's my review of A Train 9. If you have any questions or comments, please post below. And I have a forum, cheapbooks.cc. I don't have any content. There's video game content, but there's nothing about this game in the forum right now. Perhaps there will be. And I own cheapbooks.com, which is a website for selling and buying books and textbooks. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.